Review code provided by Homerun PR for ladiesgamers.com. At the start of the new millennium, a near all-female fighting game came out for the Neo Geo Pocket Color. SNK Gals Fighters is a 2D one-on-one fighting game with a selection of characters from various SNK series. The mysterious Miss X has invited famous female fighters to compete in the Queen of Fighters tournament. The winner will gain the K Talisman, said to grant any wish. With that, our various heroines muscle their way through the competition to fulfill their desires. With only 2 buttons, you might think it's overly simple, but really there's quite a lot of variety. Weirdly enough, it even has crouching, which is something the sequel doesn't have at all. The kick and punch can be held for increased damage, and most moves can be input with an accompanying simple half or quarter circle, while other characters will have dragon punches and quarter circles back to half. Beyond that, some characters are especially unique, like how Leona has charge attacks and only a couple girls have the ability to wall jump. Occasionally, you'll get into a little clash and will need to mash a button to get out, giving you a momentary advantage. There is a Gal gauge that holds up to 3 stocks, which fills up when you attack or defend against an opponent. These stocks can be spent on mighty bop moves, which are stronger than the usual attacks. Along with bops, each girl has a pre-burst, also using 1 stock, but the input is the same for everyone. Some bursts are a very strong attack, while others might put a negative effect on the opponent. They can be missed or blocked, and your competitor can hit you before the effect can be applied. The controls worked pretty well, but if you think you need it, it is fight stick compatible. One unique feature of this game is the items. Each one is earned by achieving certain requirements, like beating a particular character within 15 seconds. Some are literally useless, while others may slow the rate at which your opponent fills their Gal gauge. The main mode of the game is the Queen of Fighters tournament, where you'll fight against 8 opponents. If you're defeated, you can simply choose to continue as much as you like. The only consequence to losing is any items equipped will be lost. So items are probably best saved for the boss fight. Training mode lets you freely test your character with a few options for your CPU opponent. SNK Gals Fighters can be played with a second player on the same screen. If you choose to play this in handheld, the game will give you 2 screens at either end, which is very cool. Unfortunately, this doesn't seem to work if you take out both controllers. Since there's no online or local wireless connection, the ability to trade items is gone, and stealing items in 2-player mode does nothing. You're able to adjust the game to varying degrees, with 5 levels of difficulty, 4 speeds, the rounds needed to win, first to 1, 2 or 3, and set time limits. An easy way to progress through the main mode is to switch rounds to 1, as you can retry as much as you like. However, if you hate yourself, you could make it best of 5. With this version of the game, you can remove the Neo Geo Pocket border entirely, add backlighting and zoom in. There are different skin colours for the console border, even transparent ones. Playing in handheld, you can actually use the buttons on the touchscreen, though I couldn't recommend seriously playing like that. Another addition is the rewind feature, which when it comes to the boss I could understand, but the game's really not difficult enough to need it. While I mostly played at the default, going from 3 to 5, I felt that the AI was merely a touch more aggressive. This version of the game appears to autosave everything, meaning I can close the game mid-tournament and come right back in later, which is really nice. While the Game Boy and Game Boy Color had most of the handheld market at the time, many of its competitors were made of better hardware. This is easily shown by the visual quality of this game. To emphasize actions, most characters' hands and feet enlarge to show their punches and kicks, but there's many cute moves that showcase their personalities. From dropping a giant lucky cat atop an opponent to Shermie's cartwheel kicks and Nakaruru calling in her hawk, among many others. The game looks pretty darn amazing for what it is. There are 8 stages, but they have night or sunset variations. Even on such a small screen, they have details like changing colours on the Ferris wheel. When progressing in the Queen of Fighters mode, you'll have cute stylized pictures of the different characters with pre- and post-battle dialogue. After beating the boss, you'll get a glimpse of their wish made true, which is often a comedic moment. A really cool touch is if you manage to knock out or be knocked out or using a special move, you'll see the character's life flash before their eyes. Ignoring the irritating main menu music, the game has a good amount of likable tunes, and if you like, you can switch the game over to Japanese. I had no technical issues with the game, with only a few problems overall, like there being more health than actually shown on the bar. As I said, the lack of wireless connection makes trading and stealing items either impossible or obsolete. One other touch I would have liked is an extra manual, as it only has the original, which doesn't have a complete move list, and it has nothing on the unlockable characters. SNK Gals Fighters is a super fun time. Whether you're whiling away a long trip or needing something simpler to play against your friends, it's a great choice. Most of the characters were pretty fun to play as, so even with 11 total, I felt like I had plenty to choose from. I give SNK Gals Fighters an 8 out of 10. Be sure to check out ladiesgamers.com for other handheld reviews, news and guides. Bye!